Good morning, guys. So I had a question posed to me this morning, and I'm going to pose it to you guys as well and see where your answer is. And the question is, where's your faith? And this is not like, oh, you don't have faith. This is literally, where are you placing your faith? Because we know that faith is where you put your trust. Are you putting your trust in God, or are you believing the lies? Are you questioning God? Are you questioning whether or not those things are going to happen? Are you questioning whether or not those promises that God gave you are going to come true? Are you looking around at your circumstances and asking, where are those things that I know you've told me, Lord? Because if that's what you're doing, and I know I'm guilty of this, if that's what you're doing, then you are believing the lies more than you're believing God's truth. You're putting your faith in something that's not God, which is an idol, really. Whether you believe in the enemy or not, if you do, then you're putting your faith in what the devil tells you. You're putting your faith in the enemy's lies over God's truth. And if you don't believe in the enemy, if you're one of those Christians who's like, yeah, that's a little out there for me, then you're putting your faith in your own fears. You're putting your faith in your own doubts over what God tells you. Because sometimes it's hard to see what God says. Sometimes our circumstances don't lead us to believe that those things are going to happen. And that's fine. That's where the faith comes in. But God is telling us, believe me despite what your physical eyes see. And when we're choosing to believe anything but what he's told us, we're idolizing our fear, the enemy, our doubts, all of those things in the world that tell us it's not going to happen. We're doubting God's truth. So we choose to believe facts and feelings over God's truth. And when we do that, we call everything we believe into question. We call everything that we have faith in into question. And I don't know. I don't have the answer for you on this one. This was just a question that was posed to me this morning. But I know for me, I woke up this morning feeling burdened. I woke up this morning feeling like, is it going to happen, God? I know you keep telling me it's going to happen, but is it really? And when that question got posed to me, I had to stop and think, am I doing exactly what Adam and Eve did in the garden? When Satan came to them and God said, don't eat from this tree, it's going to hurt you. But they hadn't seen that it was going to hurt them. They didn't see anything to indicate it was going to hurt them. There was nothing in their circumstances showing that it was going to hurt them if they did. But the enemy said, is it really going to hurt you? I know he says that, but it's not really going to hurt you. He called doubt in God. He called in fear. He called in lack. He caused Adam and Eve to question the truth of God. And when they did that, they idolized everything but God. And they fell. I know I don't want to do the same. I don't want to do that. When Zechariah was pronounced that he was going to have a child by an angel, his first question was, how is that going to happen? And he was silenced for 9 months because of his doubt. I don't want to be the one who is idolizing anything but God. I want to be blessed and see those promises that he's given me. I want to believe those things. And just because my eyes don't see it, my spirit knows it. Why can't I just trust it? So maybe faith and doubt aren't so much circumstances and what we see and what happened as they are a choice we're making. So for me today, I'm choosing trust. I'm choosing to believe God. I'm choosing to put my trust in the one who is bigger than what I see, who is bigger than the enemy, who is bigger than my fears or my doubts, because those things can be fleeting as soon as my circumstances change. So maybe I believe the one who's in charge of my circumstances, not the one who toys with my circumstances and plays on my circumstances and causes me to see my circumstances differently. Maybe I just need a perspective shift with him. Maybe instead of trusting my circumstances, I trust my God, and I make that choice, and I stand in that choice. Maybe you have to decide. I love you guys.